Okay, mga kaibigan, after 10 fucking years of waiting, dumating na nga. Ni-receive naman, thankfully. Ito na nga, ang POCO F5. Which, nabili ko nga to sa early bird price ng 18,299, which, ang insane ng value na offer nito at that price. Kahit nasa MSRP price niya na around, well, little over 20k, is pretty good value pa din to. Mainly dahil sa chipset neto. So, quick specs dito sa POCO F5. So, sa display neto, so we have a 6.67 inch na AMOLED display, 1080p, 120Hz, Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2, which almost 1M ang score neto sa Antutu, which natest ko din ngayon. Not really much into benchmarks pagdating sa mga videos ko, but yeah, gagawin ko pa din yon. The variant that I bought has 8 gigs of memory with 256 gigs of storage. Available din siya with 12 gigs of memory, pero doesn't really make sense to buy that considering din na 256 gigs din yon. And no, wala tong micro SD card expansion, pero UFS 3.1 storage naman to. 64 megapixel main sensor, 16 megapixel front facing camera, dual stereo speakers, and with a 3.5mm headphone jack. Yes, kahit yung well, fairly pricey na mga phones ng POCO is meron na ulit na jack. Jack is back. Sadly, USB 2.0 pa din to, yung USB-C port neto. Tama tayong magagawa doon. Of course, 5,000 mAh battery with 67 watts of fast charging. And yung binili ko nga is yung black variant neto. Well, hoping na yeah, ito nga yung black variant ng POCO F5. Available din in white and in blue. Hindi ko masyado trip yung back, parang frosted shit na pakana ng POCO dito. And pretty confident din ako for this year of 2023. This might be, most likely, masisigurado ko yung next week, ang best value smartphone of 2023. And I'm just gonna get right into unboxing this. So there we have the phone itself. 67 watt fast charger. And Type A to Type C charging cable. Of course, with the usual Xiaomi POCO orange in the Type C and Type A plugs. And in this box, I would assume may kasama na tong case. Soft clear TPU case. Of course, yung SIM ejector. Mga paperworks na malamang di ko din babasahin. And ito nga yung soft clear TPU case na kasama. And ito na nga yung phone itself. So, 7 Plus Gen 2, which is basically parang, actually hindi parang basically flagship killer to. So 120Hz 6.67 inch AMOLED display, 67 watts 5000 mAh battery, 64 megapixel triple camera with OIS. And I can't really confirm right now. Actually, never mind. Looks like I can confirm it, but it appears we do have a plastic back here for the POCO F5. So one thing design-wise I don't like right off the bat is, yeah, glossy finish yung ginawa ng POCO dito. Still not sure sa decision na yon. Again, I don't mind kung plastic yung likod na isang smartphone as long as matte finish siya or parang frosted finish siya. I wouldn't mind if it's plastic, pero ang ginawa pa nga ng POCO dito is glossy plastic nga yung ginawa nila. But oh well, wala naman ang mga gawa doon. And mukhang meron tayong pre-installed na plastic screen protector na tatanggalin ko yan. And we do have a plastic frame on the POCO F5. So, sa right side, meron tayong power button / fingerprint scanner, volume rockers, which are fairly nice and click naman, although hindi ganun ka-click yung power button niya. Sa left side, nothing here. And at the top, we do have the 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm assuming na yung top speakers neto works in conjunction with the earpiece speaker grill. Tapos noise cancelling microphone, IR blaster. Hindi ko talaga preferred. For me, hindi talaga maganda yung location ng 3.5mm headphone jack sa taas ng phone. Talagang, yeah, para sa akin, nasa bottom dapat yun. Actually, nagabaliktad pa nga eh. Dapat yung SIM card tray is nasa taas. Not so sure sa decision ng POCO doon, pero sa bottom nga, we do have the SIM card tray, main microphone, USB Type-C charging port, and bottom firing speaker grill. And sa back nga, meron tayong POCO branding with 5G written here. Tapos yung mga usual shit na Sana hindi na lang piniprint or nilalagay ng POCO dito sa likod ng phone, pero ganun nga ginagawa nila. Tapos yung triple cameras nga along with the dual LED flash. Tapos 64 megapixel camera. Yung nakaprint dito. So for now, let's turn this on. May charge ba tayo? Yep, meron nga. Okay, so full brightness agad tayo. And weird thing, kahit na AMOLED display to, ang kapal ng outer ring dito sa labas ng front-facing camera. It's still a hole punch. I'm not really gonna complain much. Really surprised ako. Pero, thin. For the most part, yung bottom bezel natin dito. Tapos pretty thin din naman yung side top bezels natin, which pantay naman sila. And one thing to comment nga pala pagdating sa camera rings nato sa likod is hindi sila ganong kakapal actually. So it doesn't really rock if I set this flat on a table. And ganito nga itsura niya with the soft clear TPU case. So ayan. So I'm just gonna set this up real quick and come back to you guys in a bit. Okay, so nagbabalik na nga and not gonna lie, na-hype na talaga ako sa phone na to. Kasi sa unang test na ginawa ko, which is Antutu, yan nga yung nakuha kong score. 936, 128 and medyo in-expect ko actually na di-disappoint yung score neto sa Antutu. Pero yeah, well over 900k yung score niya sa Antutu. And not so sure kung ganong ka-efficient pa yung 7 Plus Gen 2 na nandito. Pero the fact na ito yung makakuha mong score sa phone that cost kung yung early bird price yung pagbabasehan. Pero kahit nasa 20k, 21k is dito pa lang, panalo ka na. Yan nga yung nakuha kong score sa Antutu on the POCO F5. And take note, charge ko muna sa 100% yung phone na to. And without installing any additional apps. Okay, so thankfully hindi naman masyadong matagal yung pag-download ng Genshin ngayon. And yeah, I've been running Genshin for quite a while now, siguro mga around 30 minutes na. And basically tumatakbo lang ako dito sa may Mondstadt, basta sa may town area neto. And the highest temp na na-achieve ko is when downloading Genshin. Yun lang, kasi currently ngayon yung hottest temp na ko ako dito is around 40 lang. Actually, never mind. Nasa 42 ngayon, which is still pretty good. And ngayon, comfortable to the touch pa din yung phone. Like, it doesn't get uncomfortably hot. And yeah, solid yung performance. So, currently, yung graphic settings neto is nasa yan, highest graphic preset. Tapos, 60 FPS with motion blur turned off. Yung usual na settings ko pag tinetest ko yung Genshin sa mga phones. And yeah, so far pretty much no stutters. Wala akong stutter na ramdaman. Pretty smooth. And yeah, yun nga yung performance so far ng POCO F5 sa Genshin Impact. Yan yeah, comfortable to the touch pa nga din yung phone. Doesn't get hot. Medyo warm lang siya. So far, pretty solid performer. And pretty efficient naman so far yung 7 Plus Gen 2. And pagdating naman sa speaker quality neto, pretty okay naman. Not the loudest. Solid naman yung quality niya. Yun lang. Not the loudest I've heard. Siguro mas malakas pa ata actually yung speakers nung POCO X3 Pro ko dati kumpara dito. So performance-wise, masasabi ko na panalo na to sa gagastusin nyo na 20k dito. Dun pa lang, panalo ka na. And of course, considering din na brand new lang yung phone na to, and kaka-unbox ko lang, opening closing apps, just browsing through the UI is pretty snappy. Combined with a 120Hz display is basically flagship experience yung performance dito sa POCO F5. And pagdating naman sa AMOLED display na to is very nice siya. Deep blacks, vibrant colors, and dito actually sa display settings is gusto kong iset siya sa standard na color scheme, which personal preference lang to, pero yun nga, very nice pa din. No complaints here on the display. Viewing angles are great, and kahit na hindi ko pa natetest yung peak brightness neto outdoors, is masasabi ko na yeah, flagship experience din yung display na tong POCO F5. Ang main compromise lang siguro nakikita ko dito sa POCO F5 that makes it not feel like a flagship phone is yung build niya. So yeah, plastic back, plastic frame, and Corning Gorilla Glass 5 yung nasa harap, which is really good na din yung Corning Gorilla Glass 5 na nasa harap neto. Although when I try to bend it, man, not sure kung narinig nyo yun, pero may creaking noise dito sa likod. Although it does bend just slightly if I try to bend it, but nothing too major. And for the most part, yeah, solid naman kahit papano yung build quality neto. Tapos I'm not sure if it's just me, pero para sa akin, sobrang gaan ng phone na to at just 180 grams, or baka nasanay lang ako sa bigat ng S23 Ultra ko. So yeah, this may or may not be a good thing to you. Tapos pagdating yung sa cameras neto, so again, we do have a 64 megapixel main sensor with the OIS yan, 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel macro, which sana hindi na lang nilalagay ng mga kumpanya yung extra camera na yan. Like, I would be happy kahit na dual cam na lang yan, tapos focus na lang sila sa dalawang sensor na yon. But yeah, quick snap nga tayo. Tapos, quick selfie na din with the front-facing 16 megapixel camera, and this is with filters and kahit ang mga beauty effects turned off. And of course, yung full verdict ko sa camera neto will be in my full review. Pati na din if this phone is actually, although confident na ako na sinasabi ko na ngayon na this is probably the best smartphone, best value smartphone of 2023. Tapos pagdating naman sa 5,000 mAh battery neto, I would assume na this would perform, I guess, the same or a bit better actually compared to my S23 Ultra. So 5,000 mAh battery again with 67 watts of fast charging. So assume ko siguro mga 8 hours of screen on time with maybe 20 to 30% left by the end of the day. Tapos 0 to 100 siguro dito is about 50 minutes. And so far dito sa unboxing and first impressions ko, ang dalawang bagay na masabi ko na ayaw ko kagad mula dito sa POCO F5 is again, glossy back nga yan. Again, I don't mind if it's plastic, pero ginawa nga ng POCO na glossy yan. So sobrang fingerprint magnet yan as nakikita nyo naman. Tapos, almost no feedback itong power button / fingerprint scanner. So borderline mushy siya and napaka-konti actually in travel niya kung nakikita nyo. Actually mukha pa nga siya hindi gumagalaw sa lens ng camera ko. But on the bright side is quick and snappy yung side mounted fingerprint scanner neto, and you can pretty much use this phone without ever pressing that power button, although bukod na lang kung i-restart mo yung phone and ipa-power on mo. And yeah, I'll be uploading my full review on the POCO F5 by next week, so stay tuned for that. And of course, be subscribed if you aren't already. Turn on notifications for all so you'll be updated on my latest videos. Of course, leaving a like is the easiest way to support the channel. So that was my unboxing and first impression so far on the POCO F5. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Flip a bag, now I'm serving a Tesla. Going back, shawty with me.